man.
He should have shown us his sticker cane and his sticker, like underneath his pimp hat. It could have been like all bunch of stickers. I mean, there's jabs to be had,
I do need
on
to
the DL. I've been like campaigning for Slaughter to make his return with all this. So like,
what up to Jill? Beckerman's wife Jill is here, and she is much nicer to me than Beckerman. So shout out to Jill. We're actually kind of allies against Beckerman, so it happens. So thanks for joining us, Jill. Good to see you, and good to see you, Beckerman, as well. Are we ready to talk about Deadpool, or are we still holding off on spoilers? Is that allowed?
I can talk about it.
3 weeks out.
It's 3 weeks. That's it. It's time.
And spoilers have been pretty much. I mean, how do you spoil this movie? I mean, is stating a cameo really a spoil? Like, oh my god, I saw like
story to spoil, really, right? I mean, the only thing
that's what I'm saying. I mean, there's spoilers out there, and you could clarify them as spoilers, but like finding out a character in a movie, especially from an extinct movie, yeah. Pretty much every Fox, like they had a nod to every Fox like Marvel movie that came before, except for two.
Was she in
except for no. Actually,
right, so let's go around. Let's do, and you can finish what you're saying, Mike. But when you're done, we'll go around and talk about our favorite cameo in the movie for those who've seen.
Actually, I don't remember if y'all would have to correct me because there is a scene where like he's with all his friends, and I remember some people there. I just don't remember her being there. But there, I mean, Shatterstar's there, so and Peter and some things from part 2. But what are we talking about? What's my rating?
Cameo.
My favorite cameo.
No, you didn't listen to a word I said.
Nah. That's why I asked because I missed all that, and then I missed the question.
What's your favorite?
I would have to
cameo?
say the Age of Apocalypse. Age of Apocalypse. I don't think it's talked about enough. That's actually one of my favorite X-Men storylines, and the fact that they had him in full costume with the missing hand, and like seeing it with my brother and a couple other people that were not, comic book fans. That they didn't get the King Wolverine. They didn't get the. They didn't know a lot of the references, so I thought it was kind of cool. I mean, that's really deep jabs for the comic fans because they've never done it outside of comics.
Wasn't that what was so awesome about it? And I feel like I hope this is a blueprint for them going forward, because if they can just get us excited about it, we can push our excitement out. I feel like that happened here. This was complete fan service to comic book people, right? In a lot of ways. And I used to be I used to say we're too small to really have an effect, but this movie's made me rethink in that position, because
don't give this movie that credit though, because you forget Deadpool's always been that movie. Ever since we got Deadpool 1 and 2, it's been nothing but fan service to what they could give us,
This was far more like
it was, because now they were supported by the MCU, but it's not like they hadn't done that from the day one. This was just, this is what it was. It was a fan farewell to the end of the Fox movies. In my opinion, this was a Fox movie. It was not an MCU movie. It did have some MCU hints to it, but overall it still felt like one of those Fox movies, and that's not a bad thing. Those were all good things, but it's still, to me, that it did not have that MCU fit, like not even the Marvels feel as in an MCU. It didn't have that feel to it. It missed on that mark, I'd say.
All right, there you go. Damien, have you seen it? I bet you haven't seen it yet.
I have not seen a single Deadpool movie.
Now that you mention,
now you're tempting me to see it if it has all this fan.
All 3 movies are excellent movies. I mean, they go. I mean, Ryan Reynolds goes above and beyond. Not just as an entertainment, but he is doing it for the fans, and it's been there since the first movie. I mean, the fact that he got all those jokes with the X-Men, with Colossus, come on, go back. And then we got the Juggernaut and all those jokes on that. You're talking about he took memes straight off the internet and put them in the movie. Like that's straight up fan service. Like,
well, not only that, but Ryan Reynolds like wheeled the character and the franchise to life. Like he did. I think it's a little unfair to expect that as a benchmark, because he kind of in the mode of one of our cameos, but he wanted and begged and pleaded and made this movie happen, and then the rest of the movie and the rest of the production came along with it. Whereas other people kind of sign up for a movie that's going to happen, he worked to make it happen before it existed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was just set on being in the superhero world. I mean, we got him in Blade, then we got him in Wolverine, and I think because both characters are similar, right? I mean, that's who Ryan Reynolds is. He's a funny guy,
Yeah.
you know. But like, I think that was his evolution, trying to find the character that fit the most, and him doing
The Deadpool
Hannibal
was a ringer. I mean, the fourth wall thing with Ryan Reynolds, it just hit.
Yeah.
I think as soon as he found that, he was stuck. He was like, "Nope, I'm this character. I'm shooting for him," and it worked out in his favor. But I mean,
don't leave out Green Lantern. You almost left out Green Lantern.
Hey, I like Green Lantern.
You know, it's a shame that Green Lantern movie. The biggest problem with that Green Lantern movie is parallax. That's the biggest problem in that movie for me.
Agreed.
DJ, do you have a favorite cameo? Let's get through this, guys. Come on. Favorite cameo.
Do I have a favorite cameo?
Yes.
My favorite cameo. My second favorite cameo. I've got two.
Oh my god.
My second favorite cameo is these Transformers cars that are on FOC. You anti-FOCers. All right. No, but my favorite cameo though is Gambit. I've kept the hope alive for this Gambit Channing Tatum movie since the first time somebody hinted that he wanted to be in the movie. Like up until last week or whenever I saw it 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, up until then, like I still had realistic hopes for this movie to come into fruition one day. So getting the scene and a half that we got, I think if we ever get the actual movie, that would be great. But getting that much was good for me. It was good for my soul. I can rest.
Okay.
But I've always wanted that movie since somebody hinted at that movie.
I like that pick. I do like that pick. Cliff, Dark Phoenix Cliff, do you have an answer?
I'm not in Dark Phoenix
Dark
mode
Phoenix.
right now. I'm in I don't know what mode. I'm not in the three angry modes.
All right.
So okay, so like anyone who is actually had lines in a scene, I don't really consider a cameo, but going that route, nothing blew my mind more than Blade.
Yeah.
That was a fabulously kept secret, and Gambit was like right next to it, but I was more shocked by Blade. And when he said to him, "I still don't like you," I lost it because I knew that they had beef on that set, and that
the real life drama.
Yeah, the real life drama, and how Wesley Snipes was constantly fighting with the studio and everybody in that movie, right? So I was like, wow. So that was a big wow for me. But love Channing, awesome. But
was Blade Wesley Snipes?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He portrays himself from those movies, and I will say the worst part of that. It's one of the coolest things, also, but it's that line. You know, it's
Blade.
I will only be the only.
I liked it. It was such
the
a
only Blade.
Move.
It was, but is that an MCU hint? I mean, as much affliction as that movie has already seen, is that like the MCU telling us, like, yeah, we probably won't ever do Blade?
No, do not put that in the air. Do not let Kevin Feige hear that. Kevin Feige has already nixed. Kevin Feige has already nixed one dark-skinned Marvel character forever because nobody can play this character. I don't need Kevin Feige to have two black characters that nobody can ever play. Don't give Kevin Feige that idea.
Wait, is this a thing? Do we think the Green Lantern things? Oh, he's talking about the old one. I was talking about the new one that's coming. Okay, I was like, no, it's got to be good. Come on, Carrie, have you seen it?
I've seen it and I've loved it, and it was so awesome. And I gotta tell you something. I have been waiting for Gambit for years. And when I found out, I had it spoiled for me ahead of time that there was going to be a Gambit, but I thought there was going to be like a group, and you're going to see a guy with, looking like Gambit with playing cards and, all that. I had no clue when I went in
he was
there
going to be that big.
As much
as
we did. And oh my God, I was just so into it. It was so great. I've been waiting years to tell you something. Y'all know, you can see behind me. It's obvious Batman's my thing. Like that is my favorite DC hero. But let me tell you something. For Marvel side of things, for me, it's all about the X-Men. And it is specifically about Rogue and Gambit. I have been waiting years for a proper Gambit. I'm still, depending on one's perspective of things, my opinion, still waiting for a proper Rogue. But that's besides the point. I got my number one wish ever in just a few moments in that movie. And you know what? People might say, if that's all there is, that's enough. But you know what I say? That's never enough.
Nay.
We had Gambit on camera before, right? Remember that other guy? He played him?
Yeah.
Where's Brian LCS? Brian swears by that Gambit.
So Frog, as I mentioned last week, Frog is in my 30-man dynasty. The big dynasty has not started yet because we've had some technical difficulties, but we are playing some side ones. Frog, any review on your first 2 games in the side dynasty?
First 3 games, I've got my ass kicked 3 times actually.
Oh, yeah, I missed the last one. So
yeah, I'll put it up on Twitch. Yeah, I can't pass. I can't pass the ball. That's my problem right now.
You got to watch where the defense. You don't watch your receivers. You watch where the defense isn't.
I think there's a thing I need to do to maybe switch the receiver or something, and maybe I haven't figured that part out yet. Because they don't do anything.
You talk to me about receivers, okay? I got receivers.
Cliff never misses his cue, does he? Do you have a favorite cameo in the Deadpool movie?
I'm gonna go with the consensus so far. It's Gambit. Gambit's my favorite character, like of all Marvel. So that's an easy choice for me.
Did you see the training video of him training for the role?
I didn't see that. No, and honestly,
did he need to train?
I lost my mind. Yeah. Yo, it's just
it's on Channing Tatum's Channing's IG. I hadn't watched it yet, but I know it's out there.
Yo, I almost cried. I loved it so much.
Did you see the post that Ryan Reynolds wrote, like pumping him, saying
multiple posts, a whole post.
I purposely avoid that stuff. I don't want to see that.
Pumping.
I thought it was good. It was positive.
So good.
Well, the coolest one was the coolest thing was after the fact with Tatum telling, like how he actually got the part and how much Reynolds like went out of his way to get him to do that, because supposedly the way it was told was the MCU was not, they were not on board with this cameo because, I mean, frankly, all the other cameos were existing things that we already had. He was the one that was separate. So seeing there is a video of like Channing Tatum really thanking Ryan Reynolds, and that was really cool to see.
I have to check that out.
I like that part of his actual dialogue in the movie where he makes fun over and over again of him not actually being a character. He doesn't know his origin. He doesn't know if his parents are his parents.
Maybe I've been waiting for this adventure my whole life.
That's
because he doesn't actually exist.
What do you guys think the actual, because realistically, I think we're going to see Hugh Jackman in another Marvel.
Oh, yeah. It seems
clear. Until he's 90.
He even said it in the movie, yeah.
I see it another way.
They're both multi-billionaires. That's what's going to happen. They're going to be multi-billionaires.
So
I see it another way that this might be the last movie that we see both of them. Maybe not Deadpool, but like maybe Hugh. Okay, now hold on.
You can take an Old Man Logan angle.
Well, there's a reason that. Well, okay, in that regard, a variant. I'm not saying no. As far as like him continuing to do Wolverine, and the reason I say this is because the post Kevin Feige did. Yeah, because he said he'd never cast anybody as Wolverine, like besides Hugh. But then he made the comment right after that saying, "But we would see Wolverine again soon, which means we're going to get Daphne."
Yeah,
I thought we'd see a Daniel Radcliffe cameo, and that didn't happen.
That I was disappointed at because that was heavily. He was supposed to be Patch. He was supposed to be Patch. I don't know why we didn't get that cameo. And supposedly from Radcliffe, he filmed it. Like I don't know why we didn't. Okay, so my biggest complaint is it almost features all the Fox movies, almost except for 2. It doesn't have anything from the Ghost Rider stuff. And yes,
I think Nicolas Cage said that he and Ryan and I guess other people had conversations, but then it never happened. But the conversations were had.
I don't need Nicolas Cage in the film. I mean, you could have CGI'd a Ghost Rider. No, I mean, I don't even need that. They were in the void, right? So that means that's forgotten stuff. I don't want Rider.
Jessica Jones?
No. Because technically they're in the MCU right now.
Yeah, I don't think they were MCU characters really.
Yeah, no, it was all Fox.
Oh no, there was one MCU character, Happy Hogan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nah, but he wasn't in the void. He was.
But no, I'm saying I think he's the only MCU character in the movie.
No, we got Thor. Thor with the Deadpool scene.
Goliath.
The TVA.
Yeah.
Oh, Goliath. Yeah. Okay. So that
for B-15, my girl.
So the fact that they didn't have, and I'm not saying Ghost Rider, they could have done what they did for Punisher. If you notice with Punisher, we didn't get Punisher in there, but we got some of his villains in there. The dude with the striped shirt, he was straight from the first Punisher. Like they could have done that where we got Blackout, or we got Blackheart, or we got the abysmal bad guy from the second movie. I can't remember what his name was. But anyways, okay, one complaint. But another one was, where was Loki? They set up this whole big thing with like Loki guarding the timeline, right? And then
that was my biggest disappointment. I wanted it to connect more to Loki than it did.
Loki is technically if I remember right, technically Loki is kind of stuck and tied to this little chair, being the tree of life or whatever. So he technically can't come out and make a out and out appearance. I don't think. Unless something goes haywire. I think he's tied to everything still being like it is and not collapsing on himself.
You know who I loved as Loki is in that Loki series, Richard Grant's Loki, the old sad Loki.
Yeah.
Was the best. Did you Cliff?
So great.
Thought?
Yeah, he was good.
Old, sad, comic accurate, loved it.
Yeah, that was the point. Comic accurate.
Loved it. Yeah.
What up, Funhouse Comics? We got a first appearance here. You know how I love first appearances on FOC. What's up with you, man? How you doing? Any thoughts on Deadpool?
I haven't seen it yet, but from what I hear and see, it seems pretty good.
Yeah, man.
It's a good film.
Yeah, for sure. Is it going to change the way they do this? I was wondering about that. We've had this rated R movie. It's smashing the box office right now. Is it going to change MCU movies? Are we going to see more of a tilt to this kind of thing? I wonder. Is it a new formula?
Maybe if the character calls for it. Like, I mean, was anyone really going to accept a PG Deadpool? You know, like if the character calls for it, then yeah, give us a rated R.
Rumor is that Feige, assuming we get this movie in the next 5 years or so, Feige has at least relaxed his thoughts about Blade being R-rated. And I don't know if you actually.
It should be. I agree.
I don't know if it needs to be. Besides,
the movie is all about blood.
Besides the motherfuckers ice skating uphill, I don't know if it has to be, but yeah, I think The rumor is that he's loosened the reins, at least for that movie.
He better.
Whenever it happens.
Needs to stop. I need Blade. I need weapons. I need big ass swords. I need him cutting up vampires scene after scene.
Amen.
Moving shit.
Yeah, but
And I need some funky
when he cut
soundtracks.
up vampires, 95% of the vampires he cut up went in the flame and ash. You don't need R rated for that.
Listen, Flash. I know what we need right now. Okay, we need a Deadpool, and we need a bloody ass Blade movie. Okay,
who's going to be Blade though?
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah.
He ain't going nowhere.
Hey, but
Mashal's got an age.
Mashad Ali.
If they don't freaking move their ass,
he seems like he's this close to just quitting, and then Wesley Snipes is right there again. He's like, all right. There's never going to be
Wesley's too old for a full movie.
Yeah,
I'm
no
sorry.
offense. I love Wesley, but I wouldn't want him.
I like the part he played, and I would.
Yeah, me too.
So Ryan Reynolds, on his post about Blade and about him being Marvel Daddy, said that Blade deserves like a Logan style send off movie.
Yep.
I could get with that. But
Yeah,
I don't know if going forward I need Wesley Snipes at the age he is.
Well, no, but I want old man Blade with Wesley Snipes, and Wesley Snipes I think can do it because Wesley Snipes did an interview talk about how he had to get into shape for this movie, and he goes, and we got to a point where
Blade I kind of love.
Yeah, where he's like
honestly, Renner's getting to the point where he could just straight up play Old Man Hawkeye.
Well, why don't they just give us the old man?
The old man universe.
Yeah, and we already have Logan.
You know what? That sounds good, but by the third old man movie, people are going to start talking about oversaturation.
Well, and you know what?
It sounds good back and forth.
We only need one old man movie. One. We just need one with all of them, and the villain that they're fighting is Maestro. That's the movie I want.
Well, I think the villain should be Arthritis in time.
The Arthritis
Maestro. I still want the Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, like
I'm still some old man stuff. Yeah.
I think it would be great.
I think it's because we're all old people.
Hey, who's calling old?
None of these young people want these old man movies except us.
Well,
you saw
old
how
men
well
kick
Logan
ass,
did?
right? That's
because
what
my idea for it would be they lead some adult Young Avengers on the charge. Like you talk about how everybody died, you got the old man, you get a youngish woman or a middle-aged woman who's like Kamala, and is like, you guys are my heroes. You were always my heroes. And like, why do we have to give up? Do the speech and then assemble a small team and they go in there and do their business.
Pass the torch.
Yeah, pass the torch. But it only has to be a potential timeline story, it could even, I don't know. They have the Hulk movie rights back. So let's do Hulk stuff. But
Can we talk about something?
What do you think about?
Hang on a second.
Let's talk about.
Are we losing Damien? No,
Logan first came into the Marvel universe when it was Fox, and he had the dynamic with Rogue. Did you guys not think that dynamic was Kitty Pryde?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's the Kitty Pride dynamic.
But
even
that's
someone Jubilee though too.
Story.
Actually, for most of us, it's been Jubilee.
Yeah, it's Kitty Pride. It's Jubilee. It's Rachel.
It's Jubilee.
Summers.
She came after Kitty, but yes, it absolutely is the same kid's
Rachel Summers. Why does everyone forget Rachel Summers? That was also.
You're right. The Phoenix, the Excalibur Phoenix.
But it wasn't Rogue.
Yo, and
it was just never Rogue.
It was never Rogue.
Never
Rogue. But Rogue was the redemption story. Remember? Because she fought to save him and Yukio, and he was like, "Oh man!" And he's like, "You were willing to kill yourself," and he gives her the kiss so that she can get his regeneration and come back.
Okay, I see. Then
that was the moment.
It just bothered me, the dynamics.
But it was so crazy. But that for me in the comics, that was Rogue became an X-Man. When Rogue threw herself into that fight to try to save their lives, and he appreciated so much, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna do this because I need you to regenerate. Like he wanted her to live. I felt this is your moment. This is where Rogue begins her redemption arc, and she stops being this backwoods
Vagabond.
Yeah. Oh, worse. Like I was rereading Dazzler, and she is a monster. She is Solomon Grundy as a woman. I mean, go read them Dazzlers. It is bad. Damien.
Huh?
Damien, you've been too quiet, man. I want you to talk.
I want to see a Blade movie that incorporates the monster world we saw in Werewolf by Night, and use Blade as sort of a jumping off point for creating a whole mini franchise about the monster side of Marvel.
That sounds
dope. Marvel After Dark. Yeah,
there's a good use for it. Yeah.
Some man thing.
So when you guys were talking about Blade, that's what I was thinking about.
They should definitely go back to that. That was one of the better things they've done post Endgame. So yeah,
I was a big fan of that movie. Or whatever it was.
And those are the movies that need to stay rated R. You know,
one shot, right?
Yeah, and you can do those more for the adults. Yeah, because they're horror movies. So yeah. And
you got to get kids into this
I
thing
think you
somehow.
could do Wesley Snipes, especially if you have it in kind of a larger group, so that he doesn't have to carry the whole movie anymore. But anyway, I like him. So
TJ's still trying.
That's right. Y'all chill. I'm an FOC.
Yeah, he's still trying to get it in.
That's right.
I was just thinking about like MCU movies and like strings that could continue to be pulled on that I thought were really good or whatever. But I loved James Spader as Ultron. I would love to see that be continued, and I think that could be a possibility. I
kind of did in What If, but I wish we'd see that, like stuff like that in live action. Like, why are they not using Ultron like as big of a bad guy?
Look, there's the possibilities are infinite, and it is corporate decisions that usually come down to bottom dollar and what they think is going to appeal to the biggest audience.
Carlito's with you on that one.
Put it on somebody else.
What happened to White Vision?
Well, they could. At this point, they could do more supervillain team-ups.
Yeah,
have Ultron team up with someone else. I mean, it would be temporary. You got Lions, of course.
But the White Vision scene, to talk about Mike, the White Vision scene, basically the soliloquy that he gives, when he tries to figure out exactly what he is and coming to understand why he's there and things. That was one of the best pieces of TV that I've seen ever. And we need him back. That guy, what's his name? The actor?
Paul Bettany.
Yeah.
Aren't they planning a TV show around him?
I think that's still on the slate.
I think they're gonna do the White Vision, the Vision Quest, right? Is that what it's called?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, Vision Quest.
Still on the table.
That was West Coast Division, Avengers, right? Well, it crossed over into Avengers.
It crossed over, yeah. There's some of it was in West Coast Avengers, the best Coast Avengers.
Some was, and then I remembered also though being in Avengers.
Yeah, I hope they do that because I love Vision and I love when they play with that West Coast Avengers stuff. I wanted more of that.
You're not alone, friend.
I wanted that Nexus being Scarlet Witch stuff to go.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't really go far like we thought it would.
Well, I don't know because this whole Robert Downey Jr. thing. Someone had mentioned that what if this whole concept of him as Dune is just a continuation of the multiverse of madness.
There's a ton of ways it could be awesome. That's why I'm reserving judgment because it could be awesome in so many ways if they did it right.
And they say they have the Russo brothers working on it.
Yeah.
Russo brothers are back for the 2 Avengers movies. I think Chris McFeely, one of the writers from Infinity War and Endgame, I think he is writing.
They've got people that can deliver material that was, and so I have a lot of hope. I mean, could it be worse than this last phase?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
I think it's a possibility. It is a grand possibility. We've hit jump the shark.
Nah.
Where's the jump the shark point that you see in this phase? What was jumping the shark? What jumped the shark?
Multiverse of Madness jumped the shark.
Do you think? Uh-oh. I'm out.
Oh, the party's over now. All right.
Favorite Deadpool cameo, Mark?
Oh, Blade by far.
I actually leave and have dinner, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for jumping on, Damien. I appreciate you. Always good to see you, homie.
Love you.
My answer was going to be, when I left the theater, Blade was my clear answer. But as I watch social media, man,
Gambit's taking the
Gambit is becoming my answer, dude.
Blade was by far the biggest, most satisfying cameo there was for me. Gambit by far was the most comical.
How old is Wesley Snipes? I gotta find that out.
Like 62, probably.
Like I know that he was technically retired.
He is 62.
Old enough to star in the Expendables, so.
Yeah, that's the retirement movie. That
is the retirement.
It's the Golden Girls for action dudes.
Except for the last one, when they brought the young kids on with
3, 2.
They brought was there a fourth? I feel like there was a fourth one and I didn't go see it.
There was a fourth.
There is a fourth one. The second one is when they bring in the young people, even bring in not Thor, and Jean-Claude Van Damme kills them all, and they have to bring the old guys back out to go save the remainders of them.
Yeah,
I think that's the third one. I think that's the third one. I think there are 2 classic expendable movies, and then the third one I think they're bringing the young people, and then the fourth one I skipped.
The third one is Antonio Banderas gets brought in, and they're going up against Mel Gibson the whole time. And the fourth one, you don't have a big notable villain. That's the one where Stallone dies in his plane in the big opening battle.
Wait a minute, that happened?
My dude, you got to see the fourth one.
Was that not? Was that a fake out?
For the
they brought in.
It wasn't a fake out. He's asking.
Well, I don't answer that.
You gotta watch the movie.
Okay. Well, now I gotta find out where to stream this movie at.
But you do like crash, burned up, charred body. Like, oh, well, at least we can get his ring off his hand.
Lord, Chris, have mercy.
What up to the comic black Chris? Chris hit me up today after I posted that video with everybody in it. And he's like, oh, well, he said, I wasn't in. I was like, I swear to you, I was editing you into it. But then I remember him saying that the video that I had of him, he thought it was his bad side. So then I took it out. It's the only reason you weren't in it, Chris, I swear. Because you said it was your bad side. But shout out to the homie, Chris. What's up, dude? Thought Thor was holding Deadpool was a decent cameo. Yeah. And does it mean anything? That's a question that people are asking. Does it mean anything?
I think Ryan Reynolds said that it means something, and we may see it sometime in the future. But I think there is something. If they want to play with it, I think he does have a story behind it.
Yeah, Secret
Wars. Yeah.
I mean, since they didn't finish it off in this movie.
That's the whole
exactly what it is.
Secret Wars #5 issue being in the previews and.
It's like 6 different nods.
But I mean, Deadpool, he'll come back. He's fine.
He's fine.
I'm surprised no one is picking Johnny because that was great, man. That was a great bit with him, especially at the end.
You know what? I liked Johnny, but I didn't like how they did him. They kind of double hit Johnny. I don't know. For a movie that's supposed to be showing respect and giving a send off to all of these characters and all of these properties, I kind of thought Johnny got the short end of the comedy stick.
Oh my god!
But for him to be Johnny,
that ending,
I thought it was funny. Yeah, especially with
the ending was funny. And it was all funny. I just think Johnny got the short end of the stick.
Anybody else?
Go ahead.
Anybody else start feeling their age on that post-credit scene where they're just showing all and you're like, damn, it's been a long time.
What got me is, when it cuts to Hugh Jackman actually talking on the set of X-Men 1, and he said, I've been here for 3 weeks and I haven't started filming yet, and I can feel the pressure. Everyone's wondering, am I going to do good? And I'm like, my guy, you're going to redefine and and be the generation for multiple generations. Like, you're going to change comic book movies like no one other than Christopher Reeve has ever done. And he said,
when you look back on your,
am I going to do good? Like,
when you look back on your career, trust me, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
People are going to read Wolverine and hear his voice, just like we do with Kevin Conroy, just like we do with just countless others. Lenore Zahn, when we read Rogue, we hear her voice. You know, like all these different people. When we read them, we hear their voice.
Is it weird that when I read Rogue, I hear one of the guys from that gator hunting show on the History Channel?
That only is valid if you're reading Rogue in her Dazzler appearances.
Anybody else felt in the gym after freaking 55-year-old Hugh Jackman just looking ripped as hell?
I wonder if his arms were CGI'd at all, though. Like his arms
he looked amazing.
Baby, that was lots of steroids and lots of gym work.
Well, he got Hollywood steroids
every time.
The Hollywood steroids, yes.
That was wild.
How about my guy?
I've said many times, but my favorite part overall, probably just the favorite moment, was when he goes on with the mask and he's on all fours going. I was like, oh, that shit went hard for me. That's probably my favorite point overall.
It's like they had a catalog of Wolverine poses, and they're like, all right, we got to nail every one of these.
Every one of them.
Well, I shared a clip into the chat, Cliff, where he was in an interview talking to someone. This is well before Deadpool and Wolverine, just talking about his time as Wolverine, how he went to the comics. He leaned on the comics, and he was mind blown by how immersive the experience of these comics are, how these artists can bring so much dynamic movement to just 4 little panels. And he's like, I studied that. I looked at the way he carried himself in the comics when he's fighting. You see so much motion in a still frame, and I brought that to the performance. And I put in the comments, that's what's wrong with the MCU now, because what Hugh Jackman did naturally as an actor, they're giving instructions to the current cast and crew of MCU stuff to ignore the comics and come in with just our direction.
Yes.
And you know who the only new MCU actor that ignores that? It's probably the Amon Vellani plays Kamala Khan.
Amon Vellani is
she loves the comics. She bucks up against Kevin Feige every time he calls the movies the 616. Like she for a person who plays a character that people kind of don't want to jive with, I think she's the actor that I think
character. She embodies that character. She was living the life of that character.
Yeah, she does what most people want their actors to do.
Relatable character for a lot of people. It's too new of a character, and just be honest, it's a boring ass character. If we're just being honest, there's nothing wrong with the character. There's more boring ass character. There's
look at the sales, dude. Look at it's the most reprinted book Marvel has.
They can't carry a title. She hasn't been able to carry a title since inception. But there's nothing wrong with that. Miniseries are good here. And there's countless. There's more characters that can't carry a title.
Later, Frog. Later,
That's
Mike.
not unusual at all. Like I can count like 100 DC characters.
Ebbs and flows, man. Ebbs and flows. We'll see. Time will tell.
But you know what? That brings up an excellent point, though. What Mark was talking about is having an understanding of where the character came from, what the character is like on the page. Because you know what? That's kind of like something that we touched on earlier in this conversation about how Deadpool gives the fans exactly what they're fucking looking for.
And it's so much based on comic books.
And look at how successful it has been. Look at how successful it has been.
I've been one of the people that's kind of been like, to people like Mark who argue that the
then you say
you see on the books.
She-Hulk did the fourth wall thing, and it was not.
They didn't do it good, did they?
Well, the thing is about
I don't know if She-Hulk, the character didn't do well, but I think the rest of the show around the character, I think the actor did a good job, but I think the show they wanted to put around her
wasn't as faithful.
I don't know who wrote that or who wanted to who wanted to jab at people and all this stuff.
That's a terrible idea for a show. Let's shit on our viewers while they're watching.
Part of the problem with She-Hulk is that it was going for, and now everyone could enjoy it if they wanted to. Like if they saw it and they liked it, they could enjoy it. But I think when it was presented, it was meant for a particular type of viewer. And the problem is they didn't market it enough to bring in that type of viewer. And that's part of what I think the problem with She-Hulk is.
To be fair, Carrie, there's not a big enough market of those type of viewers. There's an established fan base for any fandom. And if you pick up that fandom, no matter what it is, whether it's Marvel, DC, comics, if you go buy a baseball team and you start putting your players in fucking booty shorts, you're going to lose your audience. You can't betray your fan base. They bought these fandoms for a lot of money because the fan base comes with it. So it's just poor marketing in any business to shift dynamically away from your fan base. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with marketing to an audience, but you have to expect this shit to fail. If you want to make...
I'm not going to lie. I watched one episode of it, the first episode, and I did not watch a single one after that.
I actually liked it. I actually liked it. I'm going to be real.
My favorite episode is written by Zeb Wells.
It just didn't hit me.
I watched the whole show, and I was personally entertained, but I can also pick out the points like, yeah, this is not gonna go over well. This is not gonna go over well. Like, it doesn't bother me, but
that's how I am. I'm like, I don't care, but I know this is gonna piss people off.
Yeah, this is gonna upset people. This is gonna do a thing.
I don't lose sleep over any of this stuff we talk about. It's comics, it's funny books, but for me, it's
you
easy.
Can't take
to
shit personally, dude. It's just
it's easy to watch this stuff and be able to call it from a mile away. That shit's not going to play. That shit's going to fail. Like, it's one of those, how good are you at reading the room kind of situations. There's some areas of life that I can't do that in. When it comes to movies and comic stuff, I just been around it enough. It's not exactly that difficult to see it and be like, that shit's not going to do good. Everyone could look at the Deadpool
with a certain demographic
and succeed. Everyone can look at the Marvels and know that doesn't matter how good or bad it is. There's not an audience to show up and make a movie of that budget that successful. It's common fucking sense sometimes.
I loved it.
That's why I said it doesn't matter how good or bad it is. There just ain't an audience for it.
Well, there is, but it's not necessarily the biggest audience, and it's not
justify the budget. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
the movie made $100 and something million and lost the studio more money than it made. Can you imagine?
They also released it at the worst possible time.
Well, I'm saying they made over $200 million, and that $200 million, and you still lost more than you made. That's crazy. That's a lot of money.
I thought it was a good film.
Yeah,
but
that's no bearing on the business aspect.
Yeah, no, it's
Disney
not.
Plus MCU. Are there any of the Disney Plus shows rewatchable? Would you say?
I tried to rewatch Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I liked a lot. I tried to rewatch it on vacation and couldn't get through.
Hawkeye's good. Episode. I loved watching that Christmas special with the Guardians.
I watched that 3 times.
By Night.
Werewolf by Night. Yeah.
Watch that 3 times too.
I'll rewatch Falcon and Winter Soldier. I tell you the truth, Hawkeye, I think, may be the most rewatchable for me. I think I watched Hawkeye 3.
Very rewatchable.
I've
watched the Loki with Richard Grant like 3 times.
Loki is my answer.
By the way,
I feel the relationship between Clint and this doesn't bode well. This doesn't bode well for Kate. I can't remember her name.
How much you love it. Kate Bishop.
Kate.
I like Kate and Yelena.
Don't hold that against Kate. I'll forget my name sometimes. Don't hold it against Kate. But anything else rewatchable? Really? That I want to rewatch?
Loki, I don't mind Loki. I think Loki's good because
it's my favorite by far.
Well, it's more Easter eggy. You notice more things, and you start. That's for me.
Loki was a great. For me, both Loki 1 and 2 were great one-time experiences. I don't know if like when I watch Loki 1 and 2, I'm watching to discover things almost. And so by the time I discover, I don't really need to watch it a second time. As much as an action thing.
You know what I
An
like
action thing, I think I can watch more than a discover. Once I discovered the thing in WandaVision, once we discovered everything and what the secret was, and all, I didn't need to watch it again. But as I was watching it the first time, I was fully immersed.
This is not Disney, but I think they have it on there now, and I did like the Jessica Joneses.
Yeah, all of those on Disney Plus now. Yeah,
because I loved the Tennant as Purple Man.
He was great.
David Tennant is amazing in everything he does. So
Jessica.
I know I'm a terrible human being because I would love his power, and I'm such a terrible human. I'm a terrible human. For
all the Doctor actors that have moved on to these bigger shows, like Matt Smith with House of the Dragon, and David Tennant doing all the stuff that he's done, and Karen Gillan becoming Nebula. Come on.
I love her, dude.
Oh, that was a phenomenal transformation.
Oh, she is hilarious. Like deadpan. I love her so much. She grew on me.
She grew on me too.
And
I need to rewatch Punisher.
I really enjoyed the first couple seasons of Legends of Tomorrow, which had Arthur Durval from Doctor Who fame. So like some of these Doctor Who characters that end up in the different superhero things, or you got Matt Smith doing House of the Dragon, which can't even with that one.
I didn't even watch Echo. I didn't even get it to that one.
The thing is if we're talking about rewatchability of a lot of these shows, and honestly, I couldn't get through a lot of the first watch of them, but yet I'm sitting there and I'll rewatch the Batman once a month,
That's because you have taste. Come on,
dude.
The Batman is. Do you watch it to go to bed? Is that what you're watching it for?
You're talking about the Robert Pattinson one, right?
I haven't actually gotten to that spot where I watch it to go to bed. But I have watched
5 minutes in. I'm 5 minutes in. I'm
Batman Returns is a Christmas movie for me.
I can't tell if they are.
I can't even watch Batman Returns anymore because the Batman is just.
You're talking about the Robert Pattinson one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't think I've ever had the opportunity to talk to you about that film. I love that.
Oh my god, dude! I'm about
Marcus is going to put up this one thing.
I absolutely love it so much.
The first time you watched it, did you catch the very deliberate, beautiful homage to the Adam West series coming on with the atomic battery to power turbines? The speed is how Adam West would start his Batmobile every episode. So when Oz is coming out, getting and fighting Catwoman and everything outside of the drug facility,
the vroom kind of thing.
You hear the atomic battery to power, and you hear the whining. They all stop. They turn around and look. Then they fire up the turbines of speed. And I'm like, oh my god, it's happening! And
just everything about that, and especially the stuff that we're seeing involving the Penguin coming out next month.
Oh, I can't
and
wait.
The little tidbits that you're seeing in the previews and the trailers for that, they've got the Hangman story going on in Penguin, and I'm just like, yes, Dark Victory, and I'm just so excited about all that, and I really I have not given up hope that Matt Reeves will come to his senses and allow James Gunn to use that Batman in his universe, because I love Robert Pattinson as the Batman, and I
liked him too. I just didn't like
that. Is a hill, that is a mountain that I will die on. I will.
You're really gonna hate me for. I enjoyed the movie, but it needs to stay in its own universe.
No.
Yeah.
It's like I don't see that Batman playing well with people who fly through the sky and battle across skyscrapers.
But that's the point of the Batman at that time period. Is he's definitely not into that. You don't get a Batman like that until you get Dick Grayson in the picture.
he's still far too grounded. Like, you know, it's just
needs to get some dick before he can do that. Got it.
Yeah.
You know, Mark, I don't appreciate you stepping on my lines.
That was Cliff's line.
You have stolen Cliff's lines.
Everyone hates me when I bring it up that I want, like, it is a number one debate in my household because Bizarro Fett, he does not want to see Pattinson in the Gunn universe. He loves the Batman. Like, he's right there with me watching it all the freaking time. But he does not want to see Pattinson in the James Gunn universe. Well, I'm sitting here and I'm like,
especially if the James Gunn universe is kind of light and airy, for lack of better terms. I don't think he'll mesh. Like, the James Gunn universe will have to be kind of dark and dreary a little bit.
They don't need to make the James Gunn universe any theme, any tone. That's where we went wrong with the previous cinematic universe. All these characters, just like their comics, need to have a distinct, separate tone, vibe, and feel to it.
Yes, because Metropolis
is not Gotham. Those cities should not look like, when those characters leave one place and come to another, they should look like a fish out of water and act like it. Like when Superman's in, he doesn't go to Gotham for a reason. He's not welcome there. He's not wanted there, like, by anybody. Like, he doesn't fit in there. Even in the comics, he avoids it. And that's how it should be in the movie universe. Like, give us the lanterns.
It's like sun coming out in a rainstorm.
Yeah, it's off. And if they do that with the let's make it the Gunn universe, you're gonna fuck up from the beginning. They don't need to do that. Superman should be hopeful. Make hopeful. Whatever hopeful looks like to the widest audience possible. Ideal, exactly. Mm-hmm. Batman should look like shit. This sucks. Because that's how, like, look, the first one with Tim Burton, when you come in on Gotham, like, fuck, this city sucks. Like, in the first shot.
Looks like Atlanta, right? Am I right?
It's not even raining, but everything's wet. Like, I don't want to breathe the air there.
What up, Chicago? Good to see you, homie. Thanks for coming through. Anything else going on this week, guys?
You tell us.
I think that whole drama is over. Was anybody watching CJ tonight with Jim Mint? I watched the beginning of it.
I was watching at the beginning, but I had to
a little bit.
Jumped off.
Was he actually having Jen Mint on, or?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was interviewed. I watched the beginning, but I had to go right as they were starting to slide up and down Sticky Goose's cock.
Yeah, it was weird.
Good thing I gotta go.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad I barely know what y'all are talking about.
It just was weird. It was dumb.
Like, see, that guy, he's crazy. He can be a dick, but he makes one video and everybody likes him again. That's really some guy. And CJ just really has a hard on for Sticky Goose. It's crazy. And I can't figure out if it's a hard on for Sticky Goose or if it's just a hard on for Durs. I'm not, or maybe it's both. I'm not sure.
I don't understand or care.
I haven't been able to figure that out. I kind of care. I'm curious.
Yeah, you're getting to the bottom of it. You will.
Comic Journey. He's interesting to me.
Yeah, he's a mystery wrapped in an enigma. Yes. Wrapped in a gyro.
It's all
in a can of spam.
Syndom, yeah. What are you gonna say, TJ?
I say it's all Greek to me.
Yeah,
what do you say? Caroline, what were you gonna say? Are you leaving?
I gotta get. I'm getting sleepy.
Love you.
All right. Well, plug your stuff before you get out of here.
Plug my stuff. I got nothing to plug, man. I'll be around, y'all. I'll
see you Friday morning.
Okay, yeah, I'll see you Friday. Take care, guys. Be safe.
Thanks for jumping on.
Have a good night.
All right. Is Lady harboring the end of this thing, or we got more to talk about, guys? Anything else going on this week? TJ, are you a TikTok king yet?
I am not a Look, I made a video for the Final Fight issue #1 that came out last week, and TikTok said that I had sexually suggestive things on my video.
Was your face there?
I looked at the video and I'm like, I don't see anything sexually suggestive. I have on a white tank top that refers to the female spouse, if you would. And I'm wondering if I'm the sexually suggestive thing in the video.
I'd say you are.
That it might be.
You sexy motherfucker.
I cannot be TikTok king if I can't be sexually subjective at the same time without getting struck.
What up, Chris? Good to see you, man.
Marcus, did you talk about the Colin Kaepernick debacle?
No, and I'm glad you brought that up because I brought that up in a couple of chats and nobody's bit on it yet.
How is no one talking about? That's huge. He walked into a major con soliciting artists for AI work.
What?
How's no one know about this, bro?
He raised $4 million to create AI comics.
He did go to promote his $4 million raised investment for his AI comic thing.
Yeah, talk about.
I mean, you got it. AI comic, dude, is bigger than that. It's for a company called Limu, which is this like it's almost like a startup that's done startup. That's taking that money and investing it heavily into AI tools and resources. He's out there trying to scout talent to come in and work for AI / themselves to get away from publishers to get into a fully self-creative space, which is a total farce on the face of it.
Yeah, it's terrible. You might have already thought he was a villain, but damn, he's definitely a villain now.
No, I never thought he was a villain. Now I think he's a villain.
Yeah.
Like I've never had a problem with him, but you're around here pissing in the wrong cereal. What is this?
The thing is like I just don't understand. Like maybe for a minute you could be misguided into why you think you're doing the right thing. Like I want to give these tools. I want to give people that access to storytelling that they wouldn't have because it costs a lot of money to put out a book, and it's like with these tools, it's a small investment for them to bring their story to life. But no, you are literally putting people out of work. Like this is not right. Like I'm just.
But the thing is the audacity, like the audacity of doing something like that, walking into a convention.
He went through Artist Alley doing it.
But
I think convention and doing something like that. Seriously, the audacity of something like that.
Carlito's kind of on the right track though. I don't think he views it like an artistic venture like artists do. I think he sees an opportunity, and it just happens to be in this area where people, actual artists in the area love the art and they struggle and blah, blah, blah. He just sees an avenue where he can invest some money and hopefully make a profit, basically. And it just happens to be in this industry.
Is this one of those things where it's allegedly he did this for?
No, this isn't alleged.
Are we having
this is not some right wing rumor mill. This is legitimate.
Google it and it's all there.
Yeah, this is legitimate.
It pops on my little X timeline all the time.
I wanted to get to what Carlito said. He's like, he says he hates it and he won't support it, but let's be real, if he didn't do it, someone else would. And he's absolutely right. And I think he gets to what the real question is going to be is, will capitalism support this? Is that going to happen? I know.
I mean, probably. Disney used AI for one of their intros, like their themes for that one. What was it? It was the Nick Fury show.
Secret Invasion had a intro. Yes.
What percentage of people buying comics, like most of us are on a week-to-week basis, how many of us would support this? I can't imagine it's
I wouldn't
know,
but there would be plenty to support it. Look at that dude that finally, after a large outpouring online, was like, yo, it's just all AI. Stop it with him. And he finally got a bunch of covers canceled. But most people in polls online were like, well, yeah, I guess it hurts artists, but I just collect the covers, So there's a lot of people out there who just...
A lot of people don't care. A lot of people don't have the time to care. A lot of people don't have the luxury of caring about
this. It'll be more about convenience than integrity, and the minute it can save somebody $1, that's it.
Well, here's
that's kind of the thing.
This is the pitch that he was bringing to Artist Alley. Like Lumi's pitch is that most people aren't equally proficient at every aspect of making and selling a book, and that AI can fill in those gaps. For instance, if a writer can't draw, Lumi can produce illustrations. Or if a comic artist has a story idea but struggles with dialogue, Lumi can help compose the words for their book. Basically, they're saying if you're wanting to make a book, you can eliminate half of the creative financial burden of it if you have half of the skill. And if you don't have any of the skill, you eliminate all of the financial burden of paying for the skill. It's skill replacement technology.
And I can't tell you the exact product. It's probably been about a year since I've seen this, but I saw some kind of music service advertised like that before. Like AI can if you're not good at music or not as great as you want to be, AI can help you out and make you better at music. And until Skynet actually shows up, I don't think we're gonna learn anything.
Let's drop the squid, Ozymandias. He was right all the whole time.
I'm convinced. I'm convinced more than ever. I've always been convinced, but I'm convinced more than ever. Skynet is this close.
What's our next movie? Our next comic book nerd movie?
Oh, I can't wait! It's not even a movie. It's Agatha all along, starting in just a couple of weeks on Disney Plus.
Is it a couple of weeks?
I am looking forward to that.
Carrie and I will be there. We'll be there.
I'm in on that as well. Oh, Carrie's not. You're not up on it, Carrie? No.
Meh.
When is Penguin?
Oh no, Carrie, you're their target audience.
Yeah, I'm in on it.
Well, no, I guess I get to be the target audience then.
Penguin, I'll be there for the Penguin.
I'll play target audience.
Carrie's getting spoiled with quality, guys. Disney's losing her.
The Penguin. I'm going to be there all.
Are you going to be there for Dune Prophecy? Are you going to watch Dune Prophecy?
Let's not get carried away.
Dune?
I'm being serious.
Okay, so like Dune, I am not into Dune.
Okay, fair enough. Are you going to be watching The Last of Us season 2?
Not into that either.
Oh, that's a mistake.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Did you try it?
Even I, as bland as I am,
hold on. Did you try it? Did you try it, Carrie, at all?
It's short.
Let me tell you. I just want to say one thing, Carrie, about that show because I was blown away by it. The episode where it was just about the dude from Community. What's his name?
Ron.
I forget. Yeah. Where it was just him and his husband that
best
he met.
episode of TV.
I was like, I have never been so enthralled by gay stuff in my life.
When
this
that
is
episode
amazing.
came out, I called my oldest and put her on The Last of Us. She watched it. She went and bought a PS5 to buy the game. Like Sunday night when the teaser trailer came, I sent it to her. Like, this show is transformative. It is so fucking good.
Like, how can you not understand gay love after watching that episode? I'm like, I have never understood it better in my life.
One word out and it makes sense. Just
I know, but I'm just saying a lot of
love is love.
No, I understand where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from, but I'm saying that the gay word would make it hard for people to understand. I feel like that episode
like takes it away though.
It does. You know what I mean? You're right. That's why
like
it's
for
so
a lot of people that had to be the moment for them. Like I know a lot of people don't watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but it's one of the best shows I've ever seen. I've watched it 1,000 times. And there's Rob McElhenney, Mac, who's like partners with Ryan Reynolds for Wrexham and all that. He plays Mac, who becomes gay eventually in the show. And there's just one.
How do you become gay? Wait a second.
Watch the show, dude. I'm telling you, it's not a normal show. Okay? But it gets to the point where like he finally is open about it and all that because the show's been out for so long. They wanted to shift different dynamics of the show, but it's a whole thing in it. But there's this episode that gets ridiculously serious where Rob McElhenney does a whole like what are those like interpretive dance routine kind of things? But it's massively serious. He does it for his dad. And Frank, Danny DeVito is the one that got him there. Frank is the one that doesn't understand gay the most out of all of them. But he's sitting there in tears to this dance. And he's like, I finally get it. And I feel like that was the moment for a lot of people with The Last of Us, that episode. Like it just removes barriers. You just get it.
It was, and I think what you said is exactly right. Is you can take the word gay out, but because I think that's what the episode did. Is it was like it wasn't about that they were gay. It was just these are two people who found each other in a shitty world, and it's amazing that they found each other and they held on to. It was just a beautiful love story, Carrie.
Yeah,
you've got to watch it.
It's one of those things where it's like you come there for everything else, and then if maybe you were someone that was not as accepting because maybe you didn't understand it, you could watch something like that and be like, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
What the heck have I been doing?
If you watch that episode and you still don't get it, it's not possible for you to get it. Then at that point, I feel like.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, obviously, I would. I've heard stuff about it. I've heard stuff about the show. Other people have talked to me about it. My older sister swore by the show, and she's like, "Carrie, you have to watch it, just like you guys are."
We got Rod the Reek, and what's up, homie?
It's not long, Carrie. You can knock it out in a week, not even trying.
And that's just a small part. That's not even the story, right? It's just a little part of the story, but it's just like, oh man, I was blown away by it. If for no other reason, you should watch it for that episode.
Lastly,
he won an Emmy, didn't he?
Yes. Is anyone going to be watching A Night of the Seven Kingdoms that was just announced?
I don't know who that is.
Come on, Carrie. Game of Thrones spinoff based on the novellas and Knights of the Seven Kingdoms.
Really?
We'll be getting it. We'll be getting it before the next episode of House of the Dragon, so the wait isn't that long for more material from the Game of Thrones universe. It's based on the.
Will the finale to this be safe? Because I feel like not hearing y'all this week, I feel like finales are not safe in the Game of Thrones.
No, they're never safe. Actually, this one was not that crazy.
No, I mean, I've heard that the finale for this season was not really accepted, was not well liked
because it wasn't bombastic, right? It was very.
You read my post. I used that word.
It wasn't red one. It was just setting things up.
Through him. Also, so it was a regular episode.
Did I?
You must have. It stuck with him.
No, I didn't read anything of yours.
Wow.
We just naturally use the same word. What up, Vox? By the way, good to see you, homie.
Yeah. So the penultimate episode was like the big, more action dynamic one. The finale, they managed to take the entirety of Westeros and some of Essos and make all of it move simultaneously. So the big letdown was we just want more. It wasn't a negative shot against the show. They left us craving more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but it's not like a traditional let's do a big crazy finale because this might be it kind of thing.
Yeah, there's a difference. There's a difference in types of letdowns, right? So this was let down because we were expecting more action.
I'm fine without all the action. I think the performances are insane.
But story wise, building something we know is coming.
Everything
that didn't disappoint.
Predator goes to Middle Earth. Oh my! I know Vogg's got a nice little buzz there.
No, he didn't. That's his shower hair. I've been fooled before. Never again. Now I want
to see the shower hair. Hold on, let me get another look at that. Then hold on.
1 sec.
It did look like you cut your hair to me there.
No.
Yeah, long story short, if anyone out there is wondering if they should subscribe to HBO Max, that's a definitive yes. Hell yes. It's not slowing down anytime.
And even so, Creature Commandos looks awesome.
Mm-hmm. That's coming quick. Or should we say Suicide Squad Monster?
When is that coming? Isn't that this year?
Yeah. Early next year, isn't it? This year.
Early next year?
This year, early next year.
Oh, nice.
John Stout, what's your review? I guess he just got done with CJ's show. Dang, they ran long as hell. What's the review?
I know
on
Roscoe's going in a few minutes.
Yeah, we'll get out of here before he goes live. For sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get in Roscoe's. Hopefully, I get invited. I bet I will.
Oh, Shogun Season 2. I'm not familiar with that one.
FX.
What's that on? FX.
Oh, yeah.
They've got 100% rating.
Dude, I'm surprised you're not hip to Shogun because, my God, I was being bombarded from every angle and not in the fun way to go watch Shogun.
Voggs, Carlito says what's up before he gets out of here.
What up, Carlito? Oh my God.
John Stout gives the CJ show a good review.
Huh?
I said John Stout gives the CJ with Jim Mint show a good review.
Oh, that's cool.
I might check it out later. We'll see.
I got sent 2 comics this week from my buddy Kevin. Not Kevin Entropy, but he sent me.
Oh, I like that
Infinity
cover, man.
Dime.
Is that Dynamite? Oh no, it's Marvel. Okay.
It's Marvel. Yep. And then he knows I love Frizzen.
Who doesn't love Frizzen?
If you don't, then you're not my friend.
Whoa.
What?
Wow.
No, I'm kidding. I'm
Congratulations on
kidding.
this.
I'm
My man's
kidding.
got some reservations.
That is very
Dang.
definitive.
Dang, serious business. All right, looks like we're dying down there. Anything else before we get out of here?
All I'm saying is the best. Oh, dang it! I can't think. I'll say it next week.
So I got some mail, and I want to show one cover out of the mail I got.
What up, TJ?
What's going on? Because out of all the things and people we've seen Blade fight, I never expected Blade to fight Santa Claus.
I got $10 on Santa. He's an Omega level mutant.
It takes one to kill one.
Is Santa a Daywalker?
No, he's an Omega level mutant, I think, isn't he?
He may be.
Not being serious.
I think I've heard that about Santa. But yeah, that's it.
No,
Blade
all
versus
Santa is saying, you weren't on the good list, you dumbass.
How you not be on the good list fighting vampires? That should be automatic. Okay, that's it.
Seems right to me. Well, what do you got going on your channel? What do you want to promote, TJ? Anything going on?
I'm going to unbox the rest of these books, kind of Blade heavy unboxing, and I'm going to stop promising Transformers Thursday until I actually do the video. Yeah. I've been promising the same episode for like 6 weeks. All right, but that's it.
Any thoughts on sticker people before you go?
You know, I am not up on all the sticker issues, but all the good people I know are sticker people, so I guess sticker people are good.
All right, there you go. Hey, shout out to TJ.
TJ, Marvel Holiday Special 1991, Origin of Santa Claus, also revealed to be Omega level mutant.
I want that book. That book is on my hunt list. I want that book.
It's a wraparound too.
Yeah, I need it. Shout out to TJ Flash by Night Comics. Link is in the chat, guys. Check my man out. Thank you so much for coming through. Vogs, what you got going on? Anything?
No. I may do a daytime live stream on Friday, and I have the same regular guests, and I'm hoping to get some comic people eventually, like you, Cliff, Carrie, you're welcome. TJ, you're welcome. Mark, you're welcome. Anybody's welcome on my lives. I love you all. You guys are great people. But yeah, maybe on Friday, depending on the weather, because we're supposed to get some of that rain from Hurricane Debbie.
All right. Apparently, Hickman demoted Santa from Omega level. So
I don't accept Hickman.
I knew that was a
or his entire era of X-Men.
Of all the things Hickman has done, he attacked Santa Claus.
Yeah, if he wasn't already bad enough.
All the goodwill is gone.
Link is in the chat for Vogs. Thanks for jumping on, Vogs.
I will not partake in Hickman bashing.
Later, Vogs. Appreciate you, my man.
You don't have to. Cliff Hickman does it all on his own.
Carrie, what's going on
Did he not
with
give
you?
us Ultimate Spider-Man? Did he not give us Ultimate Spider-Man?
I'm referring to his X-Men stuff.
Okay, so check this out. Right before the program, I posted a review of Kingdom Come.
Oh, nice. Is that your first time reading it?
Yes, it is.
What do you think? That's my all-time favorite.
Timeless.
Yeah.
Read the review or listen to the review if you'd like to know.
Timeless.
By the way,
I definitely will.
Side note, DC is rolling out a second set of those little mini comics or whatever, and one of them is Kingdom Come. In case anybody like me doesn't have the book.
Grant Morrison's Wonder Woman Earth 1 Volume 1 will be on shelves tomorrow. If anyone's never read that, it's like the most modern retelling of the OG style I've ever read as well. If you know anything about Wonder Woman's OG books, they're wild because of who was writing them. but he does a good job with them. Very, very strong female leads type books.
Boo.
They're good.
Anything else, Carrie? What else is going
on? Right now, that's what I've got going on. I just posted that, like I said. And yeah, we'll see for the future.
Link is in the chat, both to the channel and directly to the video. So if you'd like to check that out, there it is for you. Thank you so much for jumping on, Carrie. Always appreciate you. Cliff on Comics, what's going on with you, bud?
Currently, I have Carrie's video playing in the background. I gave it a like and I subscribed to her channel because YouTube hates me because I am 1,000% positive I was subscribed to her channel when she was a guest on Comics and Coffee with Cliff.
It does that
every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This week's guest will be Bleecker Street Comics. And remember, parental discretion is advised because I'm going to be talking Bootsy Busters, five-finger shuffles, and all sorts of other things. Put the kids away, okay, because I don't play. But please come and join me for that. We're going to have a great time. And Friday night, August 9th, I'll be on Anachronic Comics, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, trying to win $50 donation to the Hyde Park Food Pantry in Hyde Park, New York. So come join me. The topic will be Legion of Superheroes. Will I do it? We'll find out.
Awesome, man. Link is in the chat. Check out the homie, Cliff. Appreciate you jumping on as always, my man. What up with you, Mark?
Comics Curing Cancer is getting closer every week. I'm going to say it every week. We are looking for your books. Need donations from any and everybody. Talk to your LCS. Talk to your friends. Check your collection. See if there's anything in there. You're like, yeah, I can do without this. We're looking for slabs, appealing books to draw eyes in and get attention in, and to raise some money to cock slam cancer. And together we can do it. Really looking for everyone's help. I went in front of a crowd of people and threw a baseball to raise some awareness for this shit, guys. Y'all can. I mean, that's the thing. That's not
very cool. Went out to what are you guys? The Augusta what?
Green Jackets.
Augusta Green Jackets. We all had doubts that he could get the ball across the plate, but he in fact did. With no concern or worry.
Such a good friend.
No
and
concern.
Hey, Marcus, about that. First off, about that. I seen that comment on DJ Lynch's live stream that I wasn't there for, right?
What did I say? I probably said something.
There's a random comment in there that said, if I'm being honest with you guys, I didn't think he could do it. It was just like, no, are you serious?
I didn't think you could. Look, anytime sports ball comes up, your eyes go into the back of your head. I had doubts about your abilities here.
Can I ask a serious question? What are the dates for Comics Curing Cancer?
First weekend of October. Let me get it for you.
Okay.
So that's going to be October 4th through 6th.
And get plugged in on Instagram if you're trying to stay up on that. That's going to be the best way for you to do that. Definitely follow them over there. They're going to keep you posted on all the channels and all the events that are going to be doing stuff for the event. And it's a fun time. Not only does it raise a lot of money, man, but it's a party, man. We're going to have fun.
It really is.
Wait for it.
And on a side note, check out my video from yesterday. It was a nail biter for me. I did something I don't normally do. I found an eBay seller with a bunch of red flags, and I risked it to get the biscuit. And I potentially made the worst mistake of my collecting career, or I made potentially the best pickup I've ever done. And I'm good at getting some books for cheap.
I've seen it happen. Risked it for the biscuit right there, guys. Check it out to see what the hell he's talking about if you would like to. Congratulations on hitting 4,000 subs. That's quite the milestone. Also, congratulations on being elected, or is it election, or is it just a God-given thing?
Well, no, what it is, it's just like American politics. You don't have to be elected. You are gifted the title now. I'm gifted the title of the leader of the sticker people because I
wait, is it official? Mark is our leader.
I'm pretty sure I didn't
unofficial title because I haven't got the job description yet to officially accept
it.
So
did he declare you? Did he declare you the leader? Because I refused to watch that video.
I didn't get that far into it either.
The video was in direct response to the clips that Marcus had put up with me and Marcus talking,
which makes me so happy.
To that, and he made a comment in the video. Oh, and there's a leader of the sticker people. He's got like 4,000 subscribers, and he lets you know he's a leader because he's a smart one. And I'm sitting there with just hit 4,000 subscribers, trying to talk reasonably about the situation, and it wasn't me that even called it out. It got called out by other people. Oh, he's talking about Mark. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist with the timing of it.
There's no leader Frogs.
I disagree. I put up a post and everything, a picture of me as the leader.
The sticker people are like the Judgment Day. We don't have leaders.
the whole thing is crazy to me in that, like, if you're trying to like roast someone, it's like, that's what you got? Really? And there are really people out here that are like, oh, this is a sticker. Like, they're really using it as an insult. And I'm like, it's just over my head. I just do not begin to get it in any way, shape, or form. This man looked at people jumping online, talking about things they love, making friends, meeting up with each other all across the world, and decided that that was something that needed to be mocked and made fun of. And it will never make sense to me, man.
I don't think it works.
And of course, it makes them gay.
And I remember he's like, and you looked in the comments, they're like, and they do these giveaways and their friends win. And he was like, yeah, I forgot to mention that. I'm like,
yeah, because the people that are coming in are friends with the people that are doing giveaways.
It doesn't. They want it to be some nefarious thing so badly, but
like, does he just want to belong?
I don't understand.
Is it like Empire Records open till midnight? Warren, you just want to work at a record store?
Yeah.
Like,
listen, he just confuses me to no end, because like one video was like, oh, I bought comics so people could like me, and it was like, what is this about? And then it's like,
work, apparently.
And then it's like, oh, let me double down harder on these people who are trying to get me canceled. And anyhow, like, you know, whoever he really is,
I mean,
like, I feel for that person.
I love the attention, but it gets old for me, but it doesn't get old for him. I think he just loves it. Like, for me,
I'm 100% with Frog Brawler. If you met this person in person, it wouldn't be the same thing. He would probably be no different than the rest of us, because we sit here and we rag, and at least I do. I love fucking with y'all. I love saying slick shit to try to get a response out of y'all to make you go, what the fuck, or laugh or whatever. And it's like he's doing that with people that he just doesn't know yet. He just needs to get to know us.
I'm good.
So is this really him trying to get into the group?
Difference. He never connected with people on here, and he's still doing those things.
I don't know that he's capable.
Does he have social issues? What is this?
Yeah, I don't know that he's capable of it, and I think that's why he mocks it. But Boner Jams, is that you, Cliff? That's an interesting name.
But I do love his title.
Boner Jams. What's happening?
That's a hell of a name, man. Yeah, it is too much drama. Honestly, I'm dramaed out now at this point, where I'm like, okay, guys, I'm going back to my football dynasty. Let me know if I need to come back for anything, but I'm diving back into that now.
Reach out if you need to bring Marcus back in this basically.
Yeah, let me know if we got a ride on anybody else. I'm ready to go. I will make another shit show on my Instagram. I lost about 100 followers, but it's fine because the comic book followers are truly the ones that I'm.
You got 12,000 followers. You'll be okay.
But 100, man, that's so many. Oh my god.
11. No, you just have to hit 11,000 to not be a loser. That's all.
We have 2 slots open.
You completely missed Chaos's comment. I love having a leader that says y'all being the smart one. Oh, that's perfect.
I'm sorry. All I can think of is Sticky Goose or whoever saying, "Does anyone want to fight for blood?" And Mark is like, "I'm your Huckleberry."
I'll be that guy. I'm ready to go. And Frog, if Durs is the one giving you tips, you're probably still gonna get blown out. I'm not sure Durs is the one to help you out, but we'll see. Yeah, Frog has had a rough start to this.
Flavors, he's definitely got you.
He knows as much as you need to possibly know
about Mountain Dew.
Ask Durs. What should I ask him? Hold on. What do I need to ask Durs? Sicko, if you have a PS5, we have 2 spots left in the big dynasty. You can have 32 and we have 30. So if you are really asking, hit me up and we'll see what we can do with you. we're all on Discord, so that's how we communicate. All right, but that's all I got this week, man. One more time, though. This is the last week to put in your nominations for the CBC Awards, guys.
Oh, when's the last day? I ain't done that.
Saturday.
Isn't it?
Saturday, yeah. Saturday is the last day to get that done, guys, and I need to do it as well. I'm going to try and do it Friday. If you guys would be so kind as to nominate me for the Best Ongoing Series 0 to 999 subs, I would very much appreciate it. We have a number of great candidates for nominations on here as well. Carrie, what would you like to go for? Reviews, or is there anything you're shooting for?
No, you know what, guys? I've been so hit or miss with my content lately. I'm not even trying to put my hand in the ring. So.
All right. Well, if you'd like to do it anyway, you have that option. Cliff, are you shooting for anything? Are you rallying? Are you rallying the troops again, I assume?
Yeah, what are you winning this year?
I can't rally the troops because now you have to have a Gmail account. So all those coworkers of mine, I can't lure into this. Now I have to fight the old dirty way, you know?
It requires a Gmail account?
No, I think Cliff's just trying to cover his ass here for when he does rally him.
No, I'm not covering my ass. I'm dead serious. You know,
that's a new thing.
So really, I'm holding back. I'm being chill. I want to see if any nominations land for me or the council, and then I will begin my campaign.
Okay. TJ, are you vying for anything?
Only if there is a best procrastinator on YouTube.
The best, maybe have a Transformers show.
Yeah. The best. I put the pro in procrastination.
There you go. All right, and then Legion. Any categories you're interested in?
Oh, absolutely. I'm looking for Sector 2815, not just get nominated again this year, but to bring home a win in the under 1,000 for best ongoing series for Guess That Key, or the DC Deep Dive, or best collaborative project for Guess That Key or the DC Deep Dive, because those are some fun ass shows. You know.
Yeah, I'm sorry I don't get to play Guess That Key.
Well, that's okay. You're a terrible person. We all know that. But yeah, I'm riding for Paul like I did last year. I don't take any stock into him. I think I'm one of the few people that just have fun with it. You know.
I think we're all having fun with it, buddy.
I think some people do, and I think some people take it serious.
I was gonna say, I'm like, Marcus, what are you talking about? Do you like I only experienced last year, and clearly some people are way too emotionally invested.
Cliff was on the Spears tip end of it last year.
Yes, I was. It was a lot of fun.
But it was last year that made me find your channel, Cliff. And since the CBC Awards, literally since the award, not even the nomination period, but the announcement of the winners, that's when I found out about y'all. And I've been rocking with you since then, like since that very next day.
It has launched many people into this community and exposed them to. It's a great opportunity to meet new people, find new channels.
That is not true. You know that my prices start at $75 and up, unless of course you're going to pay $19.99 for the OnlyFans. Come on,
these are fixed prices, non-negotiable.
Stay on my rates. You know,
there is, of course, for those who have not done content recently, there are best supporter awards and things of that sort. So you don't necessarily have to be a content creator to be in the mix or to have someone to nominate. So definitely get over there, guys. Check it out. Like I said, Saturday is the last day. And whether you nominate me or not, if you don't nominate me, fuck you. But whether or not you nominate me or not, get over there.
Oh, I think it's important to mention too, because I did open them to do the voting a while back, and I'm like, fuck, I'm not prepared for this. There's a lot of different things to vote for, but it's not mandatory to fill them all out. So if you only watch like one or two channels, you can go in there and just put that channel where it fits, and you can leave the rest blank. It does not have to be fully filled out.
Yeah, because there's a lot of categories you probably don't care about, or maybe don't care about. And I was like, Cliff, I was thinking today, I was like, do I want to do the Cliff and be like, all right, guys, vote for me on this? And I would just get made fun of and mocked, so I'm not going to do it. I'm just
shamelessly, night one of the votes, midnight, I sent it to my cousins, my friends, everyone over and over. I'm like, vote for us in these categories, vote for Empire in these categories. Bam, bam, bam. Empire sister, girl, get the whole family. Here it is. Let it happen. Night one. And I kept it going every single day to the last day. where I'm sitting there and be like, hey, we're giving out free comics at this show. You want to get on this tablet and vote for us? I didn't care. I was there every second of the way.
That's what's up, man, and that's what it takes, man.
It was important that Empire won, and it was very nice for us to win this thing. So, yay.
I got one nomination. Thank you, Sleepy. Appreciate you, brother. And CJ.
I fully plan on voting for the Unchosen Ones podcast where applicable. They're still really new, but that's I absolutely love those guys.
I know. I need to check them out. You have been pushing them.
They're so fucking good. It's ridiculous, dude.
For the really low, just starting out this year category, I'm pushing Super Slabs. I think Kevin's great, so I want to get in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw Marcus a pity vote.
I'll take it, brother. I will take it. All right, well, that's all we got this week. Thank you so much to everybody that jumped on the panel this week. Thank you to everybody in the chat that kept it lit. We will be back next week, and hopefully we get some new drama to talk about. But until then, peace.